I'm Tom, and I'm still a geek, and this is my vlog for my 40k tournament that happened on the 24th and 25th of July. It was a 40k competitive tournament, and I took 2k of White Scars. I went down with a friend and had a really good weekend. So I went down with Franco, who's playing Death Guard. Don't hate him for it. And we also went down with one of his friends, Bobby, who was playing Orcs. It was an amazing weekend. It was great to get back. 6 rounds, really fun games, and I go through them. I'll apologise now. This is my first vlog, and there's lots of mistakes I made, and I know I'll change some things going forwards. But it was really fun to record and talk to people about their armies, so I know I'm going to do this again. I just apologise for the poor microphone, the really shaky camera, but I hope it can only get better. So I got Admake round 1.
Alright, so we're here after round 1. David, strong win for the Admake. 95 to, what was it?
95 to 59.
59. I'll take the 59. I was effectively tabled on turn 1 by this beautiful army. The Admake. So, David, run us through your list. What are you doing, and why are you taking these units?
So I've got Lucius and Mars, which I think is pretty common these days. I've got a lot of Raiders. I've got lots of chickens with las cannons, which is very much standard. I think basically all of this stuff here is pretty stock standard, and that's about 75% of any Admake list you're going to find. The difference I've got is I've got this transport here, and I put my flamer guys in my transport, and it's designed to be on these terrain that have close L's next to each other, so that you can get out and effectively move 15 inches with a flying flamer unit, and that's really powerful. And it's really good with Stranglehold, and the new booster thrust is still really good on it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is obviously, you have loads of board control, lots of different buffs going off. Where do you think the actual strengths of the army is to score the points? So obviously 95, I will say that was the max you took.
That's the max I could have possibly taken.
Yeah, so why did you take the second you were taking?
Yeah.
And how does that work with your list? And do you think you'll take the same most games?
Yeah, so basically every game I take Eradication of Flesh and Stranglehold. And so that's kill more infantry than they kill vehicles, which is great for me. And then I also take Stranglehold, which is domination, more or less. Stranglehold's really powerful, and it's really good with the guys that can flame off objectives, stay on the objective, and then score the Stranglehold, and then 1 CP boost back up as well. And then I took Assassinate against you because your characters are really powerful at killing my army, and if you're going to go for it, I might as well get some payoff for you putting your characters right into my army as well. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So it makes it hard for you to be like, I'm going to put it in, but at the same time, like, oh, I don't want to, maybe I'll play KG or maybe I won't. So,
yeah, it was definitely rough. So David did go first. That 2-up ballistic skill, the firing lanes, my army was just not able to hold up against that. I lost 2 dreadnoughts and effectively all of my Vanguard vets in turn 1.
yeah.
Who do you think your MVP of the game was, and who do you think? Like, give me one. If you're going to give yourself a learning point, what do you think your learning point would be for the game?
I definitely made a big error, allowing you to infiltrate and then potentially charge me turn 1. As soon as I saw you deploy there, and I realized I put my Scorpius right on the front line, because the cover was such that I had to put it on the front line, sort of. I realized that was definitely an error, and that if I made that mistake later on, I'd be really probably paying for it. And if you got first, that was definitely what you would have done. So that was just a bad play. MVP was probably like the 2 chickens that one shot your dread off the board on one turn when you rolled horrifically, and you rolled horrifically throughout the entire game as well. So that helped a lot as well.
Yeah, that was painful. So obviously a good start to a 2-day tournament, the first tournament back without pods.
My second tournament I've ever played. Yeah.
Look at this. Do you think 6-0's in the ream? 5-1, 6-0?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy. I think 5-1, I'd be really happy. I think so. As long as I get good games, man. Honestly, like, just have fun, play some good games. I don't mind losing if it's a really good game and I'm learning a lot. And I just want to make sure other people have a great time and don't have a shit experience. So,
yeah, I will say, David, that even though almost being table 10-1, effectively it was a very enjoyable game. It was a fun game. So if you play David, don't worry about it. He'll beat you, but with a smile on both of your faces.
Probably not.
So, quick round 1 update. That was against David. That was a really bad loss. Like,
pretty much got tabled turn 1 against Admake. Pairings have just gone up for round 2, and I've got Admake again, the only Admake list that lost. They were playing an Admake mirror match, so not massively confident for next round, but we'll see. See you in after next round.
So going into turn 2, how are you feeling, Wayne?
Sorry.
Yep, that about sums it up. The shooty chickens have shotty everything, and it's horrible. But we'll see how it goes. That's not good for me.
So Canticles,
It's not looking fantastic. All right, well, Wayne, that was brutal. Huge score, 91 to Admech to 80. The Space Wolves, White Scars even. Yeah, really strong game. I just could not shift your infantry blobs. You beat me on primary. So I actually got more secondary than you did, but you were able to just completely take me off primaries, kept that going. What do you think your MVP was?
just the troops.
Just troops.
Sitting there, offset. It's just, yeah, it works.
Yeah, it was good.
Even losing characters, they still sat there.
Yeah.
They die quicker, but they're still there. Still annoying. That was a bit. The chickens were really lucky.
Yeah, do you want to talk about turn 1?
Yeah, just one shot it, 2 chickens, one shot one of his dreads.
Brutal. No, it was a great game. I really enjoyed it personally. So thank you very much for that.
As I said, it was nice having quite a chilled game, but still competitive. So.
1-1. What do you think you might play next week? What are you hoping to play next round?
Anything apart from Space Wolves. I don't want to play Space Wolves.
Just don't want to play Space Wolves.
I played a friend of mine plays them, and it's a really hard match for Admake because they have the obsec and the 6-inch obsec. They project off the objectives, and it's just so hard to get the primary against them. It's a really bizarre match, and then they hit like White Scars. They hit hard, and a real problem.
Alright. Well, thank you very much for the game. Good luck with the rest of your tournament. Alright. White Scars versus a beautifully painted.
Thank you. Look at this.
Bjorn and his band of merry men. So here we are, bottom of turn 2. The Inceptors have come in. The Dreadnoughts are coming round with their buffs. So we've got a 2-up ballistic skill on this guy. And Bjorn is giving loads of reroll 1s. Yeah, so Ash, that was obviously game 3 was a little rough.
Well, it was combat, and the White Scars had some tricks which I was a bit unprepared for, basically. But yeah, I didn't. My strategy wasn't great. My secondaries were poor. So effectively, my list.
Yeah. So this is a beautifully painted Space Wolves army.
Yeah.
Look at
a
those.
few prizes for them.
Yeah.
They don't win prizes for winning games, but they do win prizes for being well painted. So.
And they all have names as well, which I was very impressed with.
Yeah, so we've got Sven Strangeeye, who is, you probably notice, a converted Blade Guard Ancient. So he's a Rune Priest, he's got some cool spells, he's the Warlord. Got some nice little bits of sculpture, does the sculpture on there in terms of furs, things like that. Got Bjorn, of course. We've got the Tech Priest, those two are upgraded, so Master Librarian, Master Forge Master, and their job, basically, those 3, is to team up with these 3 lads at the back here, the brothers, to basically form a massive blob to sort of wade into the enemy's army, basically. So they like
three Redemptor Dreadnoughts, all with macros.
Absolutely, yeah, all the toys, all the buttons, all the whistles. So they like to effectively get in the middle of the board, and they didn't manage to do that today, which is a shame. They met their match in 2 other Redemptors as well, which is interesting. Then we've got troops-wise 2 Assault Intercessors who can do work, 2 Intercessors, Incursors, forgive me, and I've got 2 Eliminators. So I've actually got 4 infiltrating units, which can be great or rubbish. So
why the Eliminators?
I did have Eradicators, but they're too swingy.
I get is I get more units. They can do actions for me. They can screen out people, occasionally chip a character, do it with your army, but they're great for shooting light infantry. So effectively, I can do frag grenades. If it's more than 6 people, they get 9 shots, strength 5. On the first turn, it's -1. So if you're shooting Scutari, possibly even Sisters, any sort of light infantry, Eldar, that sort of thing, witches, they're brilliant for chipping away at them, basically, which can make a big difference to those lists that rely on lots of light infantry. And then, of course, the 5 Inceptors, whose job is to come down and kill blobs of 20 Necrons or kill 20 Scutari. Sadly, they didn't have that in this list, so you didn't really have any big blobs. But if there's more than 5 people in the unit, they love it because they all get to do blast and they can walk out 30 shots. So they used to be killing Space Marines, but now I use them for killing infantry blobs. They're brilliant because the problem is you get tied up with big blobs, and the ability to delete 20 people in one go is really important in the current meta, basically. So yeah, that's the list. It's pretty standard. There's only one, you could argue, true Space Wolf, but I think that
if they're wearing wolf pelts, they count as Space Wolves.
If you're going to go Primaris, I think go all out Primaris. So this is not. This is reasonably typical. What it's lacking is the jump pack Wolf Guard. So most people who play Space Wolves will have jump pack Wolf Guard. I don't, which gives me a bit of a lack of movement. But I've gone for more units generally to try and control the board, basically. So with the right matchup, they do really well. They're probably a sort of 6 out of 10 army at the moment.
Yeah, I think they're really strong.
2 out of 10 armies. So I've gone from getting wooden spoons and being clapped for winning a bar of chocolate to actually now winning more games, basically. So
wonderful.
Hopefully tomorrow they'll win some games because my aim here is to get over 300 points. So I'm at 150, so I'm halfway there, and I need to get over 150 tomorrow. Actually, my aim was 360. So I've actually got to score 210 points tomorrow. So I need some crushing victories to get there.
You need some big wins. I'm sure you can do it.
I hope so.
Good luck to the Space Wolves.
Thank you, Tom. Nice game.
Wonderful.
Nice to meet you.
Glad to meet you soon.
Cool.
So that is the end of game 4 against Chogorian. That was an insanely close match. I went first, so it ended up 97 to 77. If I'd gone second, I think that would have been a very different game. But the White Scars take one off Chogorian. You sure? You ready? You good? Alright, so this is Nassim of Team War Masters.
Yes, sir.
Nassim, how are you doing over this tournament?
Currently 4-0. Managed to smash Admake my last game, going 142. That was nice,
It's a big win. So what are you taking? So you're obviously taking Admake or you're taking Chogorian? No.
Space Marines. Look at this.
Taking some Space Marines.
Now, despite the golden color scheme, they are Iron Hand successors.
Okay.
Born heroes and Whirlwind of Rage, so +1 to hit on a charge, and exploding 6s in melee. So they're basically like Space Wolves. They're cosplaying as Space Wolves, basically. It's nice and fun, my list is built up into 2 detachments, a Patrol and a Vanguard. I have this little guy here, my Warlord, Primaris Tech Marine. His ward traits is target protocol, so basically dash scores reroll, start the shooting phase, give a unit, reroll a hit, damage roll. Usually goes with the Contemptor or the Plasma or the Devastators. I have this guy, the Cornerstone of the list. Primaris, the Dominus Lieutenant, Primaris Lieutenant with Stormsword and Mastercrafted Power Sword. 9-inch aura because of Voxer Spiritum of Offset with Rights of War as his Warlord trait. And reroll once the wound.
Okay.
So basically it means on most of the 5 objective missions, if even some of the 6 ones, I can spring out to 3 objectives of offset with just like my Vanguard vets, which I'll go through in a second, and my dreads.
Wow. Alright, well we won't give away all the little secrets of your list. We don't want people just copying it and keeping going. You've got Admake next. You've got so you're actually playing David, who's my round 1 opponent. It's a strong Admake list, so honest opinion, how do you think the game might go? Where do you think it's going to be crucial? Not so he can hear, I know he's just over there.
The second dash roll off when we see he goes first.
That's going to be the important part?
Yeah, the important part.
Alright, well,
the important part's going to be...
we're going to see what the important part of this next game is. He thinks the dice roll.
I'm feeling pretty comfortable.
Oh, alright, well we'll come back and see how you guys feel after. Thank you very much, Nassim, for getting through. Iron Hands. I'm not saying I'm rooting for him, but I'm definitely rooting for him. Have a good one, guys.
There he is. So here we are with the winner.
The winner.
First place, 6-0.
6-0. I didn't even drop a game, mate.
Do you know roughly how many points you ended on?
Look, I think I dropped 35 points over 6 games. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them were talked through. Yeah, like it would have ended up. It wasn't dishonest talk through at all. I generally dropped about 35 points throughout the tournament. Yeah.
So,
A lot of wins.
Admake, honestly,
They're pretty strong. Yeah.
do you think they're a little bit too, to be honest?
They're a bit too strong.
They're a bit too strong. Where do you the one thing you maybe changed? Oh, here we go. The other contender in the background.
This guy. Yeah, you can come in. Nassim got second place.
Nassim got second place. Only losing one.
How about we ask Nassim first? What would you change? One thing.
One
thing.
change. You can only have one change if you're going to change something.
It's tough. Because no, because a lot of their things synergize with each other. So, I mean, probably removing +1 stave from Lucius and to give it another change would be massive.
It's a big change, but it's probably.
If I had to pick one change.
Okay.
If I had to pick the one change, I would change Solar Flare to turn 2 onwards. Something like that, maybe. Because I think it can be a bit of a bad experience when you can Solar Flare. Although, I don't think I Solar Flare turn 1 in any of my games, even against you, I don't think, right? Not even against you. Hold your Solar Flares, people. Especially against Ricari. But, yeah, or in rich rounds going to 5 up. Yeah,
I think in rich rounds 5 up is probably what I would say.
First on the chopping block. Yeah. Yep.
Alright, well, that's it.
It's been a great tournament.
It's been a great tournament. Thank you very much for putting up with us. And Iron Hands, they clearly need the
Iron
nerf.
Hands.
They're too strong.
Legitimately good. Like, Space Marines are still good. My worst matchup.
Alright guys, have a good one. So, yep, that is it. That is, probably look at the camera, it's probably helpful. That was day 2 over. I went 3-3, which was rough. Here's Franco. Hello, Franco.
Hello.
Franco, I went 3-3. How did you do?
4-2.
4-2.
8th out of... How many people?
I don't know. A fair amount of them. Yeah. 8 is good. I don't know where I've gone. Where did I come?
I will double check.
You'll double check. I will vamp. Look,
15.
oh, look at all the players. Look at this. I came 15th.
There's 43 people.
I will take 15th of Space
8th
Marines.
out of 43.
Anyway, while we get rid of Franco, we will run away. Yep, so 3-3. Play against Sisters, game 6. That was rough to begin with, and then I got to turn 3, and my army just accelerates. It's White Scars, it's what it does. Lost Death Guard. Hate playing against Death Guard, they turn off all my army rules. But no, the whole weekend was fun. It was a good week. Even the players playing Admake were nice, which makes a difference. I think no one really had any bad experiences, so that was all good. Have a good tournament, and that's always been your favourite. Bye!